Hello everyone. Today I'm going to discuss the important questions from Python programming, especially from module number 4. Here, the main important questions which I would like to suggest to you is what is assertion? So explain the necessity of assertion. Other one is explain the traceback. What is the meaning of traceback report? So this can be expected for placements as well as university questions. So let me discuss the importance of assertion and traceback report. First of all, we'll discuss about what is assertion. In Python, the assertion is a statement. This is one of the standard statement, which is mainly used for to check whether the given condition is true or not. That is what we are going to use the statement called assertion. It is a standard statement. So the thing is, if the assertion condition is false, it raises an assertion exception. So it is also one of the method of handling the exception. So assertions are commonly used during program development. In case any bugs or something is happened, we can easily identify by using assertion. So by the way, we can easily catch the bugs at the early of program development stages. So the keyword which we are going to use for assertion is assert. It is a keyword. Then assert condition, comma messages. It is a syntax of using assertion. So it is mainly used for program development and it will be helpful for testing as well. So that is a basic idea about assertion. By the way, let us have a brief idea about the program snippet. There is one simple program which is given for you. I'm going to define a function called divide number. It is a user-defined function. I'm going to use the keyword called assert. Assert is a keyword. Y not equal to 0. That means cannot be divided by 0. Then return x by y. So here I am going to explain the importance of assertion. So, by completing the program, you can see yeah, I'm going to define the main function. Then I'll be applying the exception handling. So we have number one and number two, and you are going to ask the user to enter the numerator as well as denominator. Then the operator is divide the numbers, number one comma number two. Then you are going to print the result. Then you'll be providing an exception like except value error as VE. Short form is VE print the error, then accept zero division error as ZDE, short form is ZDE, then print the error. So, the thing is, ultimately in this program, you can see enter the numerator. Numerator is 5, enter the denominator. So, I'm going to enter numerator and denominator because you are going to ask the NUM and NUM2. These are the variables. So, at the instant, you are able to get the traceback report. In the traceback report, there is an assertion error because the reason is 5 by 0 cannot be done. Okay, that is actually called a assertion error. At the beginning only, you can able to identify the bugs. So this kind of error can be easily identified by using the statement called assertion. It is mainly used for the program development stage. Also, we can say it's a part of the one kind of exception. Okay, so you can identify the errors at the beginning of the program. That's what we are going to use the assertion. Okay, so the steps are given here. You can have a look on this. So first step is the divide the you are going to define the user defined function. Check the division by 0 using assertion. In the second step, you can see the main function prompts the user to enter the numerator and denominator. That means NUM and NUM2 are the numbers which attempt to perform the division using the divide number function. Using the function, you are going to perform the division and which handle the potential errors such as value errors like non-numerical inputs and divided by 0. So here the name the main a block ensure the main function is called when the script is executed as the main program. Ultimately, that will prevent the further error and it is one part of exception handling. What is the purpose of assertion? Assertions are particularly used for checking the assumptions, especially whether the condition is true or not, especially during the program development. It is basically a good practice to use the assertion for the debugging and the testing purpose, rather than relying on them handling runtime errors during the general routine for the program. Assertion can be disabled by passing option which running by the this option you can use the O option. You can go for like a minus O that you can go for disable. Okay, so this is the way how to disable the assertion. Also, another question is what is the meaning of traceback? So traceback is an error report. traceback report that provide the information about the sequence of the function call and lead to the error. Entire error report is actually available through the traceback. This is called the traceback report. Okay, line by line error will be displayed in the traceback report. Traceback are extremely helpful for debugging because for a long program, it is very easy to identify and rectify the errors. Whenever you are correcting the Python program, it is always better to refer the traceback and correct accordingly. They provide the clear picture of call stack and the content which the error is occurred. Developers usually use this traceback report to identify and fix the issue in their code. So for the development stage, it is very important for correcting the error. So nowadays we have so many techniques from the traceback only. You can use the AI tool also. So traceback report anyway, you will give the entire idea about what are the errors which are occurring in the program. So you can easily helpful for the debugging process. This is actually the model of the traceback report. You'll be getting a detailed traceback report, and it is very easy to identify the errors and fix the errors accordingly. So this is the way how like errors can be debugging will be done in Python programming. So in this session, I discussed the most important interview questions. What is assertion and what do we mean by traceback? How to like perform debugging by using the traceback report. These are the major basic concepts which I discussed in this session. Let me know if you have any queries. I'll be very happy to answer back. And you can, whenever a program is asked about like what is the meaning of assertion, give the simple program snippet so that you can highlight it properly. I wish you all the very best. Happy learning. Have a great day. Thank you all.